Small cap, if invested over the last 10 years time, would I got 5 times returns, 10 times returns, or would I got 20% return or 30% return? Should I put my money in a mid cap? How many times my money could have grown in the last 10 years time? Assume I do an SIP over 120 months. Would I put my money in large cap, multi cap, mid cap, small cap? How many times my money could have grown? It could have beaten the small cap and mid cap. Let's see. The recent times, the investors into equity market have grown substantially, either to direct buying stocks or through mutual funds. Because of the volatility we've seen in the post-COVID, the market has undergone a big zigzag, and the amount of correction have tempted a lot of investors to get into equity as an asset class. It took long years for the investors' interest to be generated in the equity market, but one COVID has given a lot of interest for equity investors to get into equity. When you come through direct stocks, you buy stocks, you hold it, and then do that, and it's based on how you get recommendation. Whereas when you come to mutual funds, you have different options to invest in that. You have a guidance is available on mutual fund. Through that, you could have invested. When you come to mutual fund, the moment you bought some money, you will have a confusion whether to invest in large cap, mid cap, multi cap. All that could have been there. But what else we as a financial planners, we always suggest it better to go for the asset allocation. That's always good. We presume that you came to equity market, similar situation in 2012. You had an investable surplus of to equity 1 lakh and you decided to invest in a mutual fund. Assume I suggested you to invest 15% in large cap, 35% in multi cap, 35% in the mid cap and 15% to small cap. So that means out of 1 lakh you are segregated into 4 different parts and then started investing on a monthly basis for next 120 months. End of the 120 months, the large cap could have given you 35 lakhs plus returns. Flexi cap could have given you 90 lakhs. If you had invested in a small cap, mid cap, that could have been 1.08 crore, and small cap could have given 66 lakhs. Cumulative, you could have earned 3 crore. The amount of 1.2 crore over a 10-year period could have grown to 3 crore. That means you are close 2.5 times your money have grown. Now, as an investor, you also had another thought. Why can't I put entire money into small cap whereby I make more money rather than try to invest in everywhere, because my time of investment period is going to be close to 10 lakhs. That's a good idea because time period is 10 lakhs, but you have to keep in mind that the moment your small cap is started to correct at big time, you should keep in mind that my goal is far away, so I need not worry much on that. You should have continued it, you would have made money. Assume we hypothetically look, an investor decided that 1 lakh rupee I will invest every month for next 120 months. That he started in 2012 March and then is continuing till this February. He could have invested close to around 1.2 crore. His 1.2 crores could have gone up to 4.45 crore in the over 10 years time. That means close to 3.7 times the growth is happened. Whereas into asset allocation we saw it has only grown by 2.5 times, where it is 3.7. The net difference is close to 1.4 crore plus. So that's a big number. But what you should have seen that over a period of time, you should have a very confidence that I'm not worried about market volatility or this volatility the small caps undergoes. All that you should not worry, because we saw in 2008 as well as the recent 2020 that when market corrects, the small cap corrects very deeper, even the small cap corrects 40-50% of your value could be eroded during very short period of time. Then you will be taken by surprise. When you are very clear on your mindset that I am least bothered about if my correction, because end of the day I know that my goal period is 10 years, then you have every possibility to stay invested for that point in time. Alternatively, you decide that I don't want to take too much of risk, I will only go with a mid cap. You would have invested your money, the money could have grown to 3.08 crore in terms of multiplying 2.6 times. Whereas you decided I don't want, I'm an investor not fit for entire money into mid cap, I'll try to go with a flexi cap or multi cap. You would have entered entire money onto that, you would have had 2.59 crore. That means 2.2 times of their entire money. So whereas in the first category we saw, we've invested in large cap, multi cap, mid cap, small cap, we had a 2.5 times growth. Only we decided only to invest in flexi cap, our earnings could have restricted to 2.2. That means it clearly shows, rather than putting entire money into flexi cap, we invested through the asset allocation, we would have made more money. Now by the time end of the slide, you would have been known that when you invested entire money into large cap, you could have got 2.3 crore, that is 2.2 times of your earnings. That's far lesser than the asset allocation what we are trying to do. So what my suggestion to the investor is that you are very, very sure I am very rational person. I am not worry about anything about, I am ready to take risk, I am stay invested. You can stay invested with equity market in small cap fund, and then could have stay invested for next 10 years time. But you are slightly not comfortable on that, you feel better I can edge somewhere, then you can have a combination of 50-50 with between small cap and mid cap. Then you have every possibility, you can earn close around 2.9 to 3 times the same return what we saw in the previous 10 years, likely to deliver in the next 10 years time. Or else you are don't want to take too much of risk, you want to moderate your risk profile. I suggest you to go with the earlier option we suggested, 15% into large cap, 35% multi cap or flexi cap, 35% into mid cap and 15% into small cap. That combination is a far better. Though it is small cap gives a great return, but only thing you need to have the mental stability or mental power to withstand during the steep corrections. If you have that, then it's a win-win game for you. You know that the volatility over longer period of time can get evened out. So you are ready for high risk, go with a small cap, or you are don't want to lose your peace, go with an asset allocation. In between we saw that it is not generated great. Even if you invested entire money into mid cap, you got only 3.08 crore. When compared to the asset allocation of 3.01 crore. So either way, it's not a great deal for us because we have protection somewhere. Assume market have corrected deeper. From large cap, you could have tactically you could have moved some money from large cap to mid cap, you would have made more money. So when you are only want to take higher return, you should need to plan 100% into small cap. If not, my suggestion is that better go with asset allocation. Hope this video would have been useful to you. This is Suresh Parsadi, Certified Financial Planner, is signing off, founder, myassetsconsolidation.com. We'll see you in some other video.